Welcome aboard the X60 from Prestige. I'm Rowan from TMG Yachts, and let's take a quick look. This boat is quite a crossover style vessel where it's come as a bit of a modern style trawler combined with motor yacht interior and high quality fit out. A really impressive vessel to be seen, walk through and feel the ultimate luxury and range that can come with this vessel. As we're here on the rear platform, you can immediately see it's an up and down high-low platform, perfect to fit a large style tender, but it can also double as a day bed as well as that beach club feel looking out into the ocean. With this lounge, it'll fold up, tuck away when on passage. We do also have a amount of storage here in the rear locker, as well as some sound systems. And on the starboard side, we can go straight into what can be a crew quarters or extra storage. Nice in here, we can have a bit of a toilet for when you're coming straight out of the ocean or somewhere to stow your goods. Now, as we make our way into the rear cockpit here, you're immediately greeted with this huge area, which is quite a multi-function area and can be set up however you wish. With Prestige and this X line, a lot of the furniture is quite modular. You can see we've got a nice lounge on the back, and a really smart feature is these big heavy backrests. So we can seat them that way for a nice comfy look out into the ocean that way, or flip them around backwards and still have that same sort of lounging feel on the rear deck here. Dining, or make it a little bit smaller for entertaining to make a bit more space. But as you can imagine, being modular furniture, we have quite a lot of options back here to get it exactly to your needs. Access to the engine compartment is straight off the rear cockpit here. A nice hatch, good size, and a ladder straight down. Let's have a look. Now, down in the engine room, we have a huge amount of space here. Great for servicing and great for accessing all the mechanical spaces. Now, this boat is powered by the Cummins 8.3 600 horsepower. You've got plenty of power to maneuver to power this boat. Plus, it also has the Zeus drives, which makes maneuvering and handling an absolute dream. The fuel capacity on this is 2,200 litres. And with these engines, it's going to give it a max speed of 23 knots and really makes for a beautiful cruising at 18 knots. So cruising up and down the East Coast, West Coast, or out into the Pacific will be an absolute dream. I think one of the greatest features of this X60 is the openness of it. We have large sliding doors on the rear here. We have large sliding doors on the port side. But as you walk through the whole saloon, you're really greeted with a lot of natural air and a lot of natural light, which is quite inviting as you walk through. Now, the X60 is an asymmetric configuration, which means the whole superstructure is offset to the starboard side, giving us a full walk around on the port side, partial walk around on the starboard side. But what that has given us is a massive interior. As you'll see, we've got large windows, a lot of space, and you're really only going to get that with this asymmetric superstructure that invites that much space. As we're here in the main saloon area here, you'll see it's quite a comfortable, cozy, homely area. We've got really nice soft couches, but we can also utilize this as dining, or with the up and down function of this table, we can drop it down to be a coffee table, push it a little bit further forward, and you'll really see this area turns from dining to lounging quite quickly. And with the pop-up TV in front of me here, this is a very comfortable area to hang out and entertain. The X60 has quite a unique feature of a full one-level living, which is great if you're going to have young children or older people, or just sick and tired of going up in stairs all day long. The galley of this boat is quite centrally placed. We're here in the center of the boat, helm station forward, saloon and rear cockpit. And it's quite smartly done. You'll see on the corner here, we have cabinets that pop up and down. This is a really great coffee nook here that in the morning when you're having breakfast, this just pops up. You have all your coffee needs here. And for later in the day, when it's time for lunch or preparing dinner, you drop this and now you've got more preparation space for cooking. So when you're looking at this galley area, we have a great preparation space here, sink and cookware. But the galley also extends to over to the port side here, where we have our hutch area, our quite large refrigeration of double drawers, and also more bench space, which is great for preparing or even that buffet style dining. Now as we come to the lower helm area, I really see this area as quite smart. You'll see we have a very large, beautiful leather double seat for the captain and his first mate or her first mate, but also this other lounging and living area up here. So you're always going to be connected. If you're at the helm and you're driving, you can have some guests or loved ones sitting up here with you, enjoying the view, looking out this reverse style trawler windows, which has some amazing benefits, and I'll get into those benefits shortly. But while we're looking at the helm, once again, it's just a very comfortable spot. You can have your first mate sitting alongside you. You've got your wheel, which is quite conveniently placed, throttles at arm's reach away, and obviously you've got your two Garmin screens. Now this boat has the Cummins engines, and this one in particular is the Zeus drives. So we do have joystick docking, which is going to make life quite easy. Being the Zeus drive, it works very similar with the moving pods, nice and easy for docking. We can poke our head out this side opening door, which will give us nice easy visibility in addition to the cameras that we can have on the rear. Nothing is amiss with the lower helm here. It's quite a basic and minimalistic helm station, but it has everything you need, from all your navigation screens, your autopilot, bow thruster, and all your trim tabs and navigation needs. Now what I love about this window style that has a reverse rake is it's actually given us a massive amount of space here. We have a decent amount of head height here. It's given us all this room further forward, but I think one of the key benefits on this boat is it's minimized the radiation of the sun that comes into this main saloon area, which is giving us reduction of power consumption of air conditioning. But because we have so many opening doors and natural ventilation, you can really run this boat without air conditioning on, which removes the need of having a generator running when at anchor. Now let's make our way to the forward accommodation space and see how impressive it is. All right, now as we're coming into the forward cabin, this would be considered a master cabin on a lot of boats, but on this one it's the VIP. We have a nice large queen size bed, plenty of storage on the starboard side, but there's two configurations for the accommodation on this boat. On this one here, behind this wall here, is a toilet for the midships cabin, but you can also opt to remove that toilet and have more storage cupboard space there. Smartly positioned in this forward cabin is a double door ensuite. So while we have direct access to the forward cabin, there is also a door here into the main foyer, meaning all your guests can come and use this day head instead of trotting through and using the master bathroom. The fit and finish throughout this whole boat is quite noticed. You'll see we have a lovely imitation stone vanity, really smart looking. And as we walk into the shower here, quite a large shower for a boat of this size, giving us lots of width and length, plus a really lovely bench here to sit. Now, being a 3 cabin configuration, on the port side, middle of the boat, we have a twin bed, perfect for the kids or an overflow of guests. No shortage of storage throughout the entire boat. Obviously, there's a nice large cupboard for this cabin. And with this cabin, we also have a ensuite. As I mentioned, this can be a closet for the forward cabin, or depending on how your needs are for the boat, it can have its own bathroom. Now, as we start to make our way back through the saloon area to the master cabin, we just want to take in and really note what Prestige is all about. Prestige is probably the highest level of fit out with the Beneteau Group range, and you really get to feel that elegance that they provide through the entire boat. You'll see there's nice detail, lots of indentation into the timbers, lots of soft goods around on the ceilings, walls, and combinations of stone, leather, stainless, just nice detail that really gets noticed throughout their whole range. Plenty of indirect lighting, all discreetly positioned inside the roof, up in the corners, and even nice little pennants over the galley area, which is something you would see in a high-end villa, apartment, or your house. Now, as we make our way down to the master cabin, which is positioned in the aft of the boat, we are greeted with something truly amazing. 60-foot boat, full beam master, huge hull windows, and plenty of height. Now they've smartly made this boat. We've got 2 steps down once we come into the master cabin. Here we have plenty of height. We make 1 more step down, and once again another huge amount of head height here, which makes it comfortable to walk around. The master cabin has a king-size bed and some really nicely appointed lighting. Once again, this is all part of the Prestige detail. Nice fabric corners here, pennant lights on the sides, corrugated timbers in the rear, and nice dark accents behind that. Really just makes this whole boat and this master cabin pop. No shortage of storage on this boat, with plenty of cupboard space and drawers on both starboard and port side. But once again, the level of detail, having a stone look here with a leather trim inserted into the countertops, really just adds that nice touch to this boat. Now, what would be a prestigious boat without a nice walk-in closet? And as we slide this mirror, we walk into an unreal walk-in closet. Plenty of hanging space, drawer space, mirror to make this room feel larger, but it really is a welcome treat to this boat. As I said, there's plenty of storage on here. We have very, very large drawers. Now we're on the port side here, but a great little reading nook, or somewhere just to hang out in the morning, to have your coffee, have a chat, or just get ready for your evening out. This is a very comfortable place to hang out. It'd be very nice to have a book right now, but looking out these hull windows would be absolutely stunning while out on the Barrier Reef, Sydney Harbour, or anywhere in between. Like any master cabin you should have on a boat, a TV positioned nice in front of the bed for nighttime viewing. Now, as we make our way into the ensuite, we're again greeted with a lovely, huge ensuite. We have a toilet outboard, and as we step into the shower, we have a large rain head and plenty of room, both height, length and width. The stone inserts here, the stainless shampoo and soap holders are a real welcome treat on board this boat. Once again, a nice high-end finish here with the vanity of the stone finish. Really a very nice touch to this boat. As we make our way to the Flybridge, we have nice sturdy handrails and nice deep strong steps. So as we come up, everything feels safe. Now, welcome to this absolute palace of a Flybridge. This is going to be a combination of modular furniture as well as fixed. This lounging area on the rear is quite smartly used. As I said, we have these big heavy backrests that can make this lounging area into quite a few different directions. But right now, we're here, we're on a dining table, we can be facing our guests, or if you wish to lounge, quite simply, you spin the backrest around, and now we have a sun lounge on the rear here. Fold out tables for dining or having lunch, cup holders to keep your drinks safe. Obviously, shade's quite important for our Australian climate, and with this rear Euro awning, nice carbon poles, it's a nice, simple and easy way to add extra sun protection without any moving parts or things to go wrong. Now, walking slightly forward, got a nice wet bar just here. Electric cooktop, refrigeration for drinks, storage and more. You can also have an ice maker up here as well. Now, moving further forward, obviously got our Helm over there, but we also have this lovely lounging area. Now, we've got a great connection from guests once again to the captain. A really lovely place you would be when underway or even at anchor, just looking out into the yonder. Now, this Helm, quite similar to downstairs, is quite minimalistic. We have our 2 integrated screens, buttons for trim tabs and engine controls, autopilot, the Zeus joystick, and all our basic controls for lighting and navigation. Now, this is quite a great Helm area here. With 20 years of experience driving many motor yachts around the world, I see the X-Line being a really perfect and ideal boat for our Australian climate. We've got great amount of space and volume on this boat, but as a Helm position, we're nice. We're up here, we have great visibility both forward and stern, looking down the whole port side. So visibility on this boat is really key when maneuvering. Sun protection is definitely key for our Australian climate, and the X60 doesn't disappoint. We have quite a large hardtop here, spanning all the way to the side, both port and starboard, and basically covers half this Flybridge. As I said, on the rear we have a Euro warning, which is perfect once at anchor, but we have plenty of sun protection for all our needs. Now the last place on this boat that we haven't seen so far is up on the foredeck. As we make our way along the port side, you'll see we've got great protection of this nice stainless handrail. We've also got protection up high, but also it's quite a wide walkway and also the protection of the roof. Now who can't see themselves hanging out here of an evening, having sunset cocktails and entertaining with your friends. A very comfortable area, nicely positioned backrest, but if you do want to get out of the sun, you can still have the option of a 4-pole Euro awning system up here for protection. Now some of the other great little touches up here, obviously we have this little slide-in teak table, nice to put your drinks and nibbles on, but also the little detail of the pop-up light, which will definitely add a touch once the sun goes down. Further forward, we have our anchor system, nice and safely out of the way for when utilising this space up here. As you see, we have a good size stainless anchor, but also nice strong over-engineered cleats, fair leads, and even all the handrails. Everything is nice and firm and really just adds to the strength of this bow area up here. All right guys, that was the X60 from Prestige. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to see more content of this nature. If you're interested in this boat or on the Prestige range, please reach out to us for more details.